Hello everybody.
Hi.
Well, we're spoilt. We are spoilt today. We've got a permission visit to
ROC Post.
ROC Post, but we've just discovered, I'm as a history lover, we've just discovered something that wasn't recorded about this ROC Post. And we will tell you about it later. Mm-hmm. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to treat them right to the end on this about that. Mm-hmm. We're going to explore the ROC Post first, and then we're going to give you a little bit, we're going to give you the dates, because it's actually interesting on this one. Mm-hmm. It's interesting lots of reasons. But first off, Kevin, thank you, mate. He's such a lovely bloke. We've been chatting away, and he's such a gem of a bloke. Yeah. And we're in Essex, by the way. We'll tell you exactly, we'll tell you the name of the post. Won't tell you exactly where we are. If you know, you know, whatever. But we've had exclusive permission to do this. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's all we need to say, really. Yep. Let's do it. Come on. Well, everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
Let's just put this out there. It's definitely not the worst. In fact, actually, it's one of the driest ones we've been into. Yeah. And with a little bit of love and care, which Kevin has said he's going to, hopefully after this video, just clear out a little bit more, which you don't blame him.
Got a bunker.
He's going to do something with it, hopefully, in whatever way. So that'll be brilliant. Okay, so let's start with the obvious history of it. So we are in Little Waltham today. Waltham, in Essex, good old Essex. And it opened in
1957
and closed in
1975.
Thank you very much. What's interesting about this ROC Post, for multiple reasons actually, the one I'm so excited to take you up the steps, up the ladder. So excited, can't talk. Show you a really cool thing, what we spoke about before. But it had a semi-short shelf life. And what's really interesting about it on top of that was this one was replaced by Good Easter ROC Post, which isn't, as you can imagine, not too far away. So actually in this case, we know this one was replaced by another ROC Post in the area. First impressions?
It's, clean, tidy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really pretty immaculate actually. It's just nothing here.
Before we show you around, another cool relic, which you're going to see now, is
the chemical toilet. Which was pristine.
Pristine chemical toilet. Photos provided by Sophie over the top, as you can see. Yeah. Pristine chemical toilet.
They're normally rusty shelves.
And then to go with the pristineness of the chemical toilet, we'll show you when we wander around, is the
actual chemicals.
The actual chemicals.
There's a can of it.
As you can see now, wonderfully. I think this is really cool. For a shell, for a privately owned one, we know that it's difficult, isn't it? Because what are you going to do? You're going to restore it? Are you not? He's lived here for over 20 years now. and he was talking about the previous owners, etc., etc. It's just fascinating. It's really weird because it's a shell, but it's so interesting of this. So let's in the true Phoenix history style show you. The sump has gone. That went ages ago. I think that went, I can't remember, went before the owners. So you can obviously see where the sump would have been positioned. You can also see the grill of where the drain would have been for the sump. That's not there anymore, which actually makes it quite exciting because when you come down, you think you're going to have safe landing on there. You've then got your chemical toilet / storage room here, and as per usual in Phoenix history, when we do an ROC post, it's customary we look at the vent to see above us. I think we can see it somewhere, maybe. Yeah, there. Hopefully I've done that right. And then, as rightly Sophie is in here, it's a shell. It's obviously got some of his stuff in here. You would have probably seen 2 bunks at the back, maybe a bunk on the side. Some of them were laid out slightly differently. And then what's great about this is the outline of all the shelving and the tables. Yeah, that would have been your bench. That would have been your cupboard. And then you can actually see on this one where the legs would have been positioned into. And then as we go around, the wooden panelling for where the cabling would have still been situated as well, which is great to see. And then here, roughly, I would guess, where that hole is, probably would have been where your timer would have been situated. On this one, we're giving you a bit more detail than normal, because I think actually, although we've done lots of these on this channel, we are here to still document it and want to give you just enough information. We like to give you the date, that is the most important thing. And originally, that would have been your tiny little light bulb, we assume. Obviously, that doesn't look original, and obviously that's where you would have stuck your Geiger reader, etc., etc. You have to forgive us on that. And then you've got your vent at the back, and normally we see in abandoned ones used as bird nests, but in this occasion, really good condition. And this was what he put in, which was a power fuse thing. But brilliant. And do you know what I like about this one? It doesn't smell of anything.
No.
Do you know what I mean by that? Normally...
He did say when he got it, the vents were blocked up.
Yeah.
So it was damp.
Yeah.
Because he's now vented it.
Yeah.
It's bone dry.
And then for reference, you've already seen it already, but behind this light, I'm just going to point at it, but you've already seen it, is the, here, is, there you go, you've already seen it, but we'll simply show you again. For all pale and chemical toilets, 32, I don't know, concentrated chemicals, but there's no side there, and it says Facine, double strength, there you go, chemical toilets, lovely.
Yeah, liquid disinfectant. Cool.
It's pretty, like I said, it's probably one of the most exciting empty ones I've ever seen, because it just doesn't, like I said, there's no smell, there's no sort of obvious. It actually, like I said, to Kevin's thing, to testament, he's actually, without realising it probably, he's actually kept it in a really stable condition. Yeah. And you could argue that point, but let's just counter argue that. If you put the benches back in here, you brought the tables back in, you brought a few bits of electric, you maybe sort the sump out, you're not that far off.
Yeah.
But you've got the doors, which are obviously missing, but again...
Very few have doors on them.
Very few have doors on them, you're absolutely right, Val. Very few of them have doors on them. So, give a little bit.
You might have a toilet door, but actually this door, I think we've only seen it in one.
Yeah, yeah.
This?
We've seen, yeah, some, well, depends.
Mostly the toilet door.
Mostly the toilet door.
But this one here,
yeah,
usually missing.
We've seen many at this stage, in many conditions.
I don't think we've seen really that well.
No, yeah.
I don't think we've seen that many.
Well, if we, 1,500 and thingy. And
60 odd, 63?
in total, the channel, as a recording this, probably has done 40. Yeah. 1,530 to go, maybe. We know that a lot, let's be honest, a few of them have been completely demolished and null and void. Without, we'll just say Portland. Example, not there.
They're gone.
It's a personal story. But yeah, there are some that have completely gone. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But yeah, we've got about over 1,000, let's just say 1,400 maybe to go.
Cool.
It's all right. We're getting there. But it's lovely to just sort of have this permission visit, which is the most important thing, to get this opportunity that not many people get the opportunity to explore and have. So we are genuinely grateful. I'm just going to have one more look around here, and then that's pretty much it. It's an ROC post, everybody. They are what they are. And some of you will either appreciate it or not, and that is okay. But for us, we are here, as you can rightly see, to document it. Oh, another interesting thing to know, the counterweight and the lid is original, and that works in very, very good condition, which is lovely to see, because the hatches are normally, they're not there. They might not have the original hatch on them. They might be rusted or broken, full stop. That is a really good one, actually. And that, everybody, I think that's almost it. But we haven't finished, because we've got our secret, super special surprise for you when we head up to the top. But yes, Sophie, brilliant.
Good.
Let's head up, shall we?
Yes.
Come on. Well, we'll talk about it. I'm a bit speechless because this hasn't been documented before. Now, I'm going to show you, if we split apart this, I'm going to pause for a second, have a think. What is this? What is this?
Teacher mode.
Because I tell you, it's not been labelled, and it was only when I came here I was like, I know what that is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Orlit B, which hasn't been documented as part of this ROC post. Now, the reason probably why it hasn't is because, let's show you, it's camouflaged.
It is very camouflaged.
So, as we were talking to Kevin, we wondered, and he showed us this, and it was really interesting, and we were focusing on this, and he said it might be part and parcel to do with the structure, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know. And then I looked at this. Now, for those who know what an Orlit B looks like, we'll talk about what its use was. This is very distinct as to the steps or the ladder for an Orlit B, where you would have had two concentric sort of steel little rods going across, and then it comes up, you climb up this way, here you go, you've got your 4 posts, and then you've got your platform at the top. And that, everybody, is an Orlit B that hasn't been registered because it's just been camouflaged. So, Orlit Bs then, everybody. So, Orlit Bs were mainly built in the 1950s onwards, and they were for aerial observation of aircraft. So the idea is it's really quite simple. You just go up onto your top little roof deck, and you just look up in the sky. And you might have a little bench there as well, maybe some observation equipment, and you're just monitoring any aircraft.
Yep.
We're not too far away from the American World War II base of RAF, begins with B. Bosch. Oh, I'm not going to commit to that. But yes, we're not too far away from... Yes, thank you. We're not too far away from an American World War II RAF base as well, which would have probably been in heavy use at some point during World War II. But we're talking about the Cold War now. But the point is that we're on a high point. ROC Post tick as well, and an Orlit B, which is fantastic that it's been so well camouflaged, and it's not been registered well on our main website that everybody looks at. It hasn't been noted on there that was there. So yes, because it's well camouflaged, you can understand it. So yeah, like I said, there's your steps for your Orlit B. You've got your nice little platform, concrete for, and then you would have had obviously like panelling, prefab concrete panelling there as a box design, and we've seen, we visited a couple of those before, also in Essex actually, I think as well. I went for the turning around for a second, also in Essex as well from memory. But yeah, how brilliant.
Yeah.
We're done, I think, now. Before we do, I'm just going to show you around just this whilst we're here, because again, we only have an opportunity to do this once. But there's your Orlit B in sequence of your ROC post. And obviously, it's actually important that we show people on top as well. So you can see the conditions actually relatively good. The vents have been taken out. There's obviously damage, external damage on top of the actual part of the ROC post in terms of lots of that. Again, it has seen a few owners at this point now. You can see, I mean, that's nice to see that's still screwed down. You know, we've got to take it for what it is. And again, here we are. Yeah. We also know that this is interesting because sometimes these aren't necessarily positioned here. They're sometimes positioned over there at that vent over there. If I bring you up a little bit, they can be in different positions. And obviously you can see the concrete plinth. That is obviously, we've seen that before. It's a cylindrical, like almost looks like a palindrome. You put your blotting paper in there, and then again through that it helps monitor radiation. I think that's a basic way to say that, isn't it, Sophie? So there we go, everybody. Turn you around. Sorry, everybody. Little Waltham ROC Post, or Waltham. Debate amongst yourselves, everybody. In Essex. Thank you so much, so much to Kevin.
Yes, thank you.
Really, thank you so much, mate. You've been really nice, and long may this ROC post have a wonderful shelf life.
Yeah.
And much enjoyment. Second life, yeah, much enjoyment. The fact that, you know, it's in a fairly okay condition.
Yeah.
And that's really what you want. And at the end of the day, he's the owner. Let him do what he wants of it.
Yep.
You know, it's not for us or anybody else to tell him what we should do.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
That's the most important thing. Well said, Dave. Thank you so much. Well, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, everybody, thank you so much for coming along with us. That was a good one.
Yes, it was.
Really good one. Please, final caveat, be respectful. Someone's property.
Yeah.
That's all we need to say. Just please be respectful of that. It's really important. I don't think, well, we know that Kevin won't appreciate people knocking on the door. Just appreciate this is for documentation. So just please be respectful of that. This isn't an invite for everybody else to come down here and record this. We've had special permission to do this. Thank you. Right, any more words of Phoenix history? Because history matters.
It does.
It just does, doesn't it, today? Take care, everybody. Much love. We'll see you very soon. You ready? Kapow, please.